3 graves. Let's go check out this thing. Is this whole like segment in the game, like all of these little points here, just like they're not necessarily fail states, but they are just really, really bad things to have happen. Like, oh, we're gonna take 1,000 food or something like that. We're gonna burn your generator down, or we're gonna find you or kill all your people or something. Something awful. Executed in 35. Oh no, I remember actually seeing this person's name. Sowing Dissent. Oh. 35 days since arrival. You've been here the entire time. Can we actually, like, go to you? Or are you, like, locked into key here? Guess we can't. Oh, the public house is a little low. Engineers should never be in here. It's probably true, actually. Yeah, alright, so how many? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, that's why we had one more, because the, we don't have enough people in there. So why does this say one more? Oh, because we spent the 20. Okay. So we actually have more than necessary. So we can actually do generator upgrade, riser system. We could continue to increase some of these things. I mean, it looks like we can actually afford several upgrades if we just keep making stuff. Let's do 5, because we will already be at 10 with the +1. A bout is taking place in accordance with Bare Knuckle. Oh, I wanted to go to it. So this one's at 7. So we actually can make the next one already. So that we've passed 50 essentially. So that's 3. And then we have 3, 4, 5, which is 5 more. So this gives us 2 hours. Okay. And the next one was going to be 25. I have pretty high confidence. I mean, we probably should be doing the longer days. I never had an upgrade in my engineers. Amazing. I never had an upgrade in your generators. That'd be kind of cool, right? Wait, is there another one? Oh, optional upgrade costs. Okay, so we need another 45. I mean, that's so much. That is a lot. We can at least do the first one, I think. I have pretty high confidence that we can at least do the first one. Probably. Ow. Ow. Hit my knuckles on my table. Okay. So we have 1 day. I don't think there's really anything we can do at this point. We're gonna get our last shipment just in time. We probably shouldn't have had another steam core. I thought maybe the infirmary. I figure 1 steam core is better than 0 steam cores, but we probably should have asked for nothing but people. So hopefully that won't be bad. Guess we'll find out. Alright, let's get a road in there. No, not there. Put it up here. In case we get some refugees or something. The game throws something else at us. I think we're gonna be okay. 8 days of food. And we have a lot of coal to keep safety up. If you're not using that ventilation plant, you could use that steam core. Oh, yeah, look at that. And we can get an additional steam core back. I don't know what we would use steam cores for, right? Execution starting. Can we watch it? Oh, look, they're putting the person up there. Sabotage. Looks like Frank Mills. Looks like a male figure. Oh. Oh. That's what all the pipes are for. All right, let's check in on our foragers. Whew, this game is dark. So we're behind schedule. So I think what that means is that we have to do the long route here, the long workday, and maybe we just spend a few extra wood. The dots turn out to be graves. The headstones read Lob, Broloff, and Beleu. Who they were, why were they buried in such a remote place, we'll never know. Let's move on. Oh, look, it's a place. Creve Nige is a place. We can actually go there. We can down the railroad tracks. We can see a huge silhouette. I want to go there. Trapper's cabin. We can see a cabin under a rock. That might be for food, but I really want to see what this is. I want to see what that Frenchman was talking about. Yeah. So that is 9 hours from now. So we'll know tomorrow. We'll know just before the storm hits. Well, the ships stop, right? But people can still walk. Okay, so we've already started, so we've already actually lost 2 hours of work, which is pretty unfortunate. I didn't think of doing that in time. So unhealthy isn't bad. I kind of want to be in safe level. Do we use the other ventilation? Or do we kind of spend our protective structures or something? I mean, that's like 120 wood. Or 100 and... Is it 150? This is 4. It's 25 each. Yeah, it's 100... Yeah. No. It's 100 wood. It's not bad. It means we can do it 9 more times, which is essentially 9 more days. Alright. We'll just spend it. Let's stay safe. We only get 1 shipment a day, so if I upgraded the wood to get our wood up a little bit, I don't know. We probably really don't need to. I think we're fine in wood. We could double up on coal maybe. What is this performance? 20? Whatever. I guess we'll let it. We'll let it continue, I guess. Alright, we have 8 more people now. This is fully staffed. I don't want to hit this. I want to wait until the end of the day today, because we're going to be working an extra, considering our, apart from yesterday, so it's 4 o'clock, so we're going to be working an extra 4 hours. So if we see 2 down in the corner here, then I think this extension of time is actually going to be all that we need to maintain this trajectory. Oops. That being said, I think in order to do the optional upgrades, here's my guess here. Narratively speaking, there might be a catastrophic event. There is likely a catastrophic event. I'm assuming the generator will be done by the timing of the catastrophic events. And either we finish early and we start building on these things earlier, meaning, in other words, the generator is going to start getting a little cold. And it allows us to build these upgrades, these optional upgrades during the events, or we can be so far ahead of the schedule, we can start working on them early. I think preemptively here, we can put in a brazier. Would it actually warm it? I don't know if it would actually warm anything. Anything useful, I mean. Does this building need warmth? It's livable. This one I know is warm. I think it would. I think it would affect it. Let's find out. Is this right in between all the primary buildings? Let's find out. Protective structures for the wind. Wind. Added a letter to the wind. Yeah, look at our coal. Oh yeah. So we have a good amount of coal coming in. So we have 3,000 or 3,100 plus to 500, 640. So we almost have 4,000. I think we're gonna be okay on coal. I think that maths out to where we wanted to be. Did we lose one of those engineers? One of the last guy, the guy we saw hung at the, or not hung, but steamed at the execution thing, was actually a medicine person. Those are very valuable people. I would have given him a pass. We're gonna keep our medical posts here fully staffed. Okay. So we're down to 10. I want to make 10 more. That means we can do 5 times. We still need to make... So what do we actually need to make for the optional upgrades here? 25. I don't think we're actually considering that many. Oh, this one's been sitting idle. Urgh. Do we actually... How many of these things do we actually need? Are we done? So we're building this one, so we need 10 plus 10, 20, and then 35. And we're right at 35, so we're done with these. These are completely finished, so we can get all these people out. There's absolutely... We need 0 steel composites to be made for the rest of the campaign. All upgrades and everything will be completed with the steel things. So that means we can pop these people in here, and we can pop a full staff of people in there, and we can make these things however many we want. And sweet. That looks good. All right, so we're running out of space for steel. We can go ahead and just queue up these things. I mean, it doesn't hurt to keep making these things, I think. Right? Well, because of the coal thing, actually. Oh no, this is just steel. All right. We came prepared. It feels good, actually. Feeling smug. Less than an hour behind schedule. Okay. That is the... This right here will net us positive by the end of the day. Look at that. We are now positive. I think I just heard some thunder. I think you have an empty deposit on the right. Yeah, I got a few. I gotta queue them up. But I figure if we need the things, we can also kind of prevent the need for it, right? Because these things will actually, incrementing these will actually decrease the steel reserve, so you can see it changing up there. Ooh. Alternative design. A construction site worker came up with an ingenious redesign of joints used in scaffolding and formwork. It's a minor and apparently safe change, which should significantly advance work. Will you order this adoption? Of course. Construction will advance by 10%. Sure. Discontent will rise slightly. Strike risk will rise for 2. Why would I want it to be more challenging here? Of course, do it. Boom, 31%. We're so much for, look, we're almost a whole day. 15 hours. It's not almost a full day. A full day is what, Professor Novice? 24, not 15. Excuse me. Alright, cool. Everybody's still livable. It's a little chilly out here. These places are warm. Don't we have people working in the docks? We do. And it's chilly. But we can't actually build anything there. Yeah. We can't actually build braziers there. This one we might be able to warm. Not that it really matters. I think today is the last day we're gonna get shipments, actually. I see 2 stocks in red. I like seeing that. Last orders. Sir, with the impending interruption in navigation, this is our last window to order resources through the telegraph station. Afterwards, there won't be enough time for a shipment to come through before the temperature drop. Let's place the order. It won't be possible to make any order past this point. Let's place an order. We're gonna pause. The game didn't pause us. Alright, so let's maximize workers. Well, we are murdering engineers too. So let's drop 4 and get 2 engineers. That makes up for the 1 that's already died. That feels alright. Feels good. FG, FG. Alright, our last shipment. Yeah, I think I'm done with steam cores. We have 1 in reserve here. But considering we don't really have a lot of time left for shipments, I don't think I'm going to worry about upgrading the last little thing over here, the reloading station. The steel is starting to go up again, so we can increment this by 5. Wait. Alright, so yeah, 9. Okay. Oh, we're still, wow. Alright, we have reached Creve Neige. Let's check it out. Creve Neige. An enormously huge locomotive lies on its side. It's a view both majestic and pathetic. Steel composites and steam cores, maybe. Let's explore. Whoa, look how big that wheel is! It's like, you know, looking straight up. With the impending interruption of navigation. Yeah. Yeah, with no train service, no boat service. Sites discovered freight terminal. Icy Plateau. Cool. What a waste. The engine is unbelievably huge, like a beach ship. It has overturned when the ground gave way under its massive weight and the tracks buckled. There's an inscription on its main boiler. Creve Neige, number 12. Ah. Surely the French have a taste for dimensions. Pity that the land has let them down. Now we can only salvage resources from this magnificent machine. 5 steel composites and 2 steam cores. Nice. Wow. Look at this wheel. These spiky things over there. He's just stunned. He just Icy Plateau. Freight terminal. Yeah. The tracks lead towards a large warehouse on the horizon. Let's go. Oops. Always with the escape on the map. Alright, we are 22 hours ahead. We're almost a full day ahead. So, if we wind up being... See, now we have too much wood and steel. We still have too much steel. I guess we can just keep making some of these things. Let's make... So 4 each. Let's make 8. Kind of incremented by clicks here. You can use it 2 more times. So this one's going to be at 48. So let's do 2 more to go to 50. And let's go ahead Let's actually not assign them to those resource depots yet. Let's build 2 more. I'm thinking maybe food and coal. Oops. Want the hammer for construction, and let's build the streets. Let's build it on this side. Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling steel's gonna go into one of these. It's not free time for everybody here. Alright, so heat zone. Oh yes. Perfect. Now it's livable. See, it's gonna go down twice. Which tells me we should do improved blowers. We can always turn it off. So we don't have a lot of sick people, so let's go ahead, pop them out of here. Let's pop 10 people out and pop them into here. And we do still have workers. Let's put the workers in the people's militia. And we have 5 more engineers. Okay. We could just throw them in the other workplace. Oops. And let's go ahead and do improved blowers. Then pretty much we should be okay for heat. We've unlocked almost everything with that. And help us spend a little bit of wood too. Hey, we're almost at our coal goal. Which is actually excessive because we were actually doing all the upgrade stuff, which was not something we were kind of planning on doing. Alright, so this is going to be done in about an hour. We're going to be at 45%, and we are 1 whole day ahead of schedule. So if we have... So now my goal is to do all the upgrades, if we can. If we can. So we're just going to keep making stuff. And we're just going to keep doing that until we have everything. That's the main goal. So if we don't have to hit 20% and spend 5, then I guess we won't. But I guess the thing is, we need to get so far ahead of schedule that we can build the optional upgrades before day 45. I think maybe not before day 45. I don't know. Will the game end at day 45? Is that actually when the game ends? Is right at 45? Guess we'll find out. Okay. So, oh, we have more laws. Let's check out our labor stuff. Anything interesting? Show of force. People's militia can lead the most engaged workers on a hunt for malcontents and troublemakers to strike fear into hearts of reactionaries. I guess I will find out, Nadia Kemi. Sooner rather than later, probably, too. Alright. New ability, Show of Force. Spend 10 food rations. Militiamen will lead workers on a hunt for troublemakers. You'll have to provide them with extra food for their efforts. Strike risk. Oh, it's only for... Oh, discontent will fall greatly. That's useful. I think I'm actually going to do that. Just because of the discontent thing. Collective bargaining. Definitely don't need that. Not that we have the terror. I'm not really afraid of strikes anymore. Extended shift compensations. Extended shift cause less discontent. That would also be kind of useful. People working extended shifts eat additional half ration per day. I don't know. I think I'd rather have a reactionary cooldown. What's the cooldown timeline? 1 day too. Every day we can just drop discontent. I think I'm gonna do this. We don't have to build anything either. It's just boom. We have a new ability. Let's go, people. Are you with us or against us? You get into the line. Now all together, on my mark. Cool. It's a band. They're forming a band. That's what's happening there. So I think no more shipments now. Now we just have a lot of people. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 people. Because none of them are going to be in shipping anymore. They're all just going to be at home. So we have 14 days of coal based on our current consumption, which is not very high. I don't think we have... Yeah, it's not going to show it up on here. So we have the last research thing here. And we can flip these things on. So nobody's working. We can flip this thing off now. Until 6 in the morning. So we can actually do... No, I want to do 24 hours. We'll just flip it off. We don't need to do the range extension there. Oops. Yeah, the snow's starting to pile up here. I love their snow system. When it's warm, all the snow goes away, and the snow melts around the buildings and stuff. It's so neat. I love the layering. We have the, hey look, there's our public house. Just when it's quitting time, go right into the public house. It's fully staffed, right? No. Can we move some people? Alright, we've reached the freight terminal. Let's check it out. The big double doors of the warehouse are open. Inside, there's a stack of crates full of canned food and French labels, or with French labels. Potentially has some food rations. Let's explore. To the last can. As we take stock of the food supply, several workers appear and ask us if we understand their French, whether the creve neige is coming soon. Because living here is becoming unbearable. They've been apparently waiting for their train for quite some time, sustaining themselves on canned food. Oh my gosh. And yet we have, again, a choice. A terrible choice, really. We'll get some food rations. And a wild crystal has indeed appeared. Hello, Crystal Dice. How you doing? We're not going to rob people. We're not doing it, Crystal Dice. I don't care what you suggest. We're not doing it. And you're doing excellent. That's good to hear. Good to hear. And 2 hands. Oh, that's the wrong way. There we go. We told the poor Frenchmen that nobody is coming for them. They immediately started packing their food, preparing to set out. We did good. Alright. And we have the Trapper's Cabin, which will be food. Icy Plateau. I don't know if we are interested in that one. It doesn't sound as enticing as a Trapper's Cabin. Go to the Trapper's Cabin. And it's further out. Fun fact, creve neige is a direct translation of Snowpiercer, referencing the movie. There's a movie? Is that like something that's actually inspired the developers of this game? Snowpiercer. I have to add that to my list of movies to watch. Right now. Cool. Bring up Google Keep here and add it to my list. Snowpiercer. Cool. The movie takes place in a Frostpunk-like world. Interesting. Many references to that movie in this scenario. Oh, cool. Do you know where it might be viewable? Is it like on Amazon Prime or Netflix or something like that? The 3 graves locations has 3 people from the movie. Oh, no way! Lob, Perloff, and Bellu. Cool. You don't know where you can stream it. Gotcha. I'll have to look it up at some point. Cool. Thank you for the little factoid. We're still going to be novice at this game. And someone here is more of the professor, I'd say. And 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 minutes till work time. Boom, and work has started. Motivation goes right up. An execution of a public enemy is starting. Oh, I thought it was at night. Oh, these are people who have been executed. Oh, okay. Crystal Daz, I don't know if this would excite you, but we went for the terror. A objective came up, and I was kind of curious. I really wanted to kind of see what was going to happen. And yeah, you monster, I know. I was kind of curious. Alright, let's turn this brazier on. And, yeah, look at that. Everybody's nice and warm and toasty, except for, like, 3 places. So let's turn this one. Oh, the range setting is on. I guess those places are just going to be a little bit cold. I didn't do it in the first campaign, and I guess I was curious to see, I was curious to see what would end up happening. It is day 37. We just hit day 37. So let's do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's do... Alright, yeah, I guess that's it. So how much do we have in the piles here? 208 and 300. So I think the shipping is done now. Pretty sure the shipping is basically done. But I'm waiting, I'm assuming the game would be like, oh, yeah, you're not going to get any more shipments. But considering this ship is still heading for us, I thought they were going to stop shipments at 37, actually. One, two. Let's do 8. Yes. Look at your telegraph station, red symbol. Yeah, the telegraph is closed, but our docks are still going. Are docks not going to stop? The docks still going to continue? Improved blowers. I decided to go for a little bit more of the heating. Just because I guess we had the time, and I guess we have the resources too. After that, the game gets fun. Okay, docks are going until day 39. Gotcha. Okay, so maybe it would have been worth to throw our last steamer on there. Or a reloader, upgrading our reloader. I decided not to. We were kind of collecting a lot of stuff as it was. All right. We don't have more steam cores coming in. But we do have 2. We have 2 steam cores who will be coming in eventually. Who has a big existing pile? Let's upgrade this one. Okay. And do you want to research anything more? Let's do healthcare installation. I think Crystal Dodds, I think we're gonna be, I'm not sure about time, but I think we're gonna be able to actually build all the optional stuff, assuming that we have time, right? And I mean, right now I don't think we're going to be able to build all of them, but I think we definitely will be able to build at least one of them. We're about a day ahead of schedule, and I mean, I'm trying to build enough steam exchangers that we can pop this a few times. Hashtag I believe in you. I appreciate that, Crystal Daz. So I think it's better to pop these earlier than later. The question is, how many do we need in total? So we're building the thermal hull, so we need 25 plus 60. So we need 70, 85. Okay. I don't know if we'll actually be able to do that in time. We could do... How much are we overzealous with this? Oh, wow. We could actually pop this. We should have been doing that the whole time. Yep. Oh well. We do have enough steel composites to do all the upgrades. Not that we'll have time for that. We always build a second machine shop or foundry. We can't. Unless we disassembled the ventilator thing, which we probably could do since we don't have gas to worry about anymore. But with the execution spot, we had to put it in the worker zone, and now all of our slots are taken up. So I guess we could delete or destroy one of the ventilators and pop another factory in there, or forager. Suspicious minds. Sir, we noticed that one of the engineers is sending very long letters to Aunt Bertha almost every day. They regard family and religious matters and seem innoxious, but the German sounding name of his aunt raised our suspicions. We found out that by rearranging certain letters, we can form sentences such as shaft rotor or iron coupler. Oops. We also found flu rhino and cackle gran, but this might be code. What should we do about this engineer? Oh my gosh. This sounds ridiculous. Aunt Bertha also sounds ridiculous though. Bertha. Who has an Aunt Bertha? Censor the letter. If we censor it, what would actually be censored here? I mean, what are we identifying as code? Are we identifying like Aunt Bertha as code? Does Aunt Bertha mean iron coupler? Or flu rhino? I mean, if we move the letters around, change some of them, it actually will say Cacklegran. And in fact, Aunt Bertha is our gran that tends to cackle. We don't really need the motivation, so these sound like narrative choices. We can stop being paranoid. So stop being paranoid would be the narrative outcome. If this is going to be a narrative point here, stop being paranoid would be the narrative outcome of you should have been suspicious, and intercept all his letters would be you saved something really bad, or hey man, stop censoring my letters, or hey, stop getting letters. I think I'm gonna intercept all his letters. I think worst case out of all of this is that somebody gets mad, and I think I can deal with one person who's mad than one person starting a revolution. Alright, so because we're not necessarily really needing the ventilation plants, let's dismantle the building, and we're going to build another, what is this, a machine shop. That's the plan. Because I would like to do everything. It would be kind of cool. So this is going to take a long time, and building all of these things are going to take a long time as well. Go ahead and increase our steel reserve. Alright, I don't think I want to do any more laws. We could do cocaine pills here. We could give people cocaine pills with their breakfast to make them work harder. Low risk of death by overdose. Why is that a negative thing? Why is this red? Cocaine pills would be served in meals and motivation will rise slightly. Prolonged use can cause dependency or death. Okay, so the only thing it actually does is modify motivation, and our motivation's been maximized this entire time. Speed up recovery. I mean, if anything, I'm more interested in that. Ooh, what are these? Ooh, oh, we could have done this one. Oh no, we could have ordered prosthetics. I didn't know. Oh, that kind of sucks. Man, I would have liked to have done that too. I mean, it's just like ordering 5 more people because we have 5 people who are disabled. Medical. This is probably another. Oh, medical repatriation. Repatriation. We did it. Residents of the care house will be sent back to London, and they will no longer be consuming food. I mean, this is probably your best choice now, unless there's a game after day 45. We're kind of sending them to their doom. I mean, we could do this one. Residents of the care house can be sent back to London. Do they have to use the repatriation? I don't get it. Repete. That sounds familiar. Repete sounds familiar. Is that what? It sounds like something I've heard before, but never actually read. Just like a brazier. I haven't heard it enough with my ears to understand how to properly pronounce it. Oh, speaking of, this is for you, Crystal Daz. Let us go here. This is just for you. And Nadia Kemi, actually, you were here yesterday. Alright, check it.
Brazier.
Ah, brazier. Got a Google pronouncing thing on here. It's the first thing I did before I started today. But here's the British pronunciation.
Brazier.
So I wasn't completely wrong. Brazier. Alright. So we got lots of people. We got our last shipment here. Oi. I think Oi is more of an Australian thing, right? 2 days ahead of schedule. Ooh, I like hearing that. So if we popped one of these, we would be almost 3 days ahead of schedule. If we pop this, we would still be able to do the next build. I think I will pop it. I really want to finish it now. I want to do all the upgrades. I'm going to pop it. Alright. There we go. I've already hit it. And we need more coal reserves. Let's go ahead and build more resource depots. Okay. And oop. Get a road out there. Extendo road. Okay. I'm gonna need more storage for food here probably, because we got 75 more meals coming in. Temperature, everybody's happy except for these houses, but chilly's livable. So this thing is chilly right now. Alright. So this is going to be done very soon. And we will be able to pop this one down. Oh wait, can we do them both at the same time?
Workers, put down your tools.
We could do them both at the same time. Oh. Oh, the game is going to give you a choice. Well, my goal is to do it before day 45, which is probably not going to happen. Oh my goodness, I didn't know. Alright, so now we have a gap there. Let's build a machine shop. Yes. That is what we want. Alright. Well, we don't... Well, we have 62 people now. Alright, we're gonna do full days here. This whole time. Alright. So now we can put the engineers back in here. For now. Oh, I don't want to put workers in there. Let's max out our workers in the council. Anything to upgrade at this point. We could do some medicine stuff. We get 5 more people. I mean, we're murdering people now with the terror, so we could do that one. It is kind of expensive. I mean, we could use 5 people, but then again, if nobody's sick, then we should have some people. I'm playing on medium. I always play as medium. I don't mind a challenge. I'm assuming this game and medium is going to be a challenge. I don't like getting through like a long sort of experience to then go, oh, it's over now. Try again. So I'm always like kind of like hesitant to kind of do super hard. Although I feel like it could have done hard in this case, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, cutscene. Is this the last one? Shove off! We're going home. This is it, the last chance to get out. Don't push me, I'm an engineer. Woman and foreman first. I guess there's no children here. The last ship. As the last ships prepare to leave, groups of people you failed to convince to stay gather on the docks, waiting to board the outbound ships. This is a last chance to make them stay. We can stop them. 2%. Excuse me. 2% workers and 10% engineers will get hurt. Discontent will rise greatly. We do have a solution for discontents. 2% workers. Okay. And let them go. 5% workers and 15% engineers will leave. Motivation will fall greatly. I'm going to stop them. I think we can afford the discontent. I mean, our discontent is fairly low. I'm just going to hit it. Stop them. That wasn't that bad. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, dock stop now. And now we have all these people. So, do we have enough steel to make the remaining... I think we do. Alright. So, we're at 20. And we have 10 queued up. That gets us to 30. And we just built this one, which means we need 60 now. Why is this one unhealthy? Selfless sacrifice. Oh, so they are going to be... Look to the far right of your screen. There's a new steel income. This? That's a rock. Oh, the ship. Oh! Oh! Oh, that is so neat! That is really cool. It all freezes over, it's snowed over. Oh, that is so neat. That is really cool. I have been really quite floored with some of their added effects and stuff in the new this expansion. Oh, that is so neat. Looks like, alright, this is probably the best position for warmth. Let's just stretch it across. Wow, that is so cool! Yeah, this is a pretty cool track. It's very, motivating. Alright, let's put in that gathering post. Oh cool, you can see into it. I kind of wish you could only see the top part of it, but that's okay. Alright, so we already have a road pre-built here. Let's try to be somewhat... whatever. We have 27 people, so let's build 2. Not that we really need the income here. But whatever lets us do this in record time. Well, game record time. Okay, so I want to go out 1. And getting red because of that. Okay, so let's go out to here. Boop. Alright. Cool. There we go. Alright, so... Boop. Boop. Alright, so we have 2 gathering things here. This is 1,000, right? Yeah. Not too bad. So... on my count here, we need... So this is going to be producing 10 extra, so this needs to do 30. Let's start with... Well, let's see how many we can actually make here. Looks like we can make all of them. Boom. We have 30 queued up right here. It is safe. It is so safe in there. And this one, it is unhealthy. Oh, because of this thing. Self-sacrifice. Alright, so let's pop this off. And let's just do the long shift. Oh, Crystal Daz, you like this too. I was really appreciative of their added little feature catch. And what I was doing, I was waiting until 4 o'clock hit, and then I would pop this here, and then just like, oh, you have 2 extra hours of work. And I just kept on doing that for a few days, and then the game was like, yeah, people don't like that. I was really impressed by that. It was really cool. Old Wreck. A word of advice. Sir, we're getting low on steel. Thankfully, we have a new source of it. One of the few advantages of the cold is that since the sea froze, it became possible to reach a nearby shipwreck on foot. We can now send people to scavenge steel from it, although they will have to work in extreme conditions. I see. Well, we didn't research the heaters. I'll use heaters in to heat workplaces during working hours. Each heater raises the workplace temperature by 1. Can we actually put that in here? In the gathering post? Can't remember. I think you can. What are we researching right now? Infirmary checklists? Kind of want to abort this. We're only 7% in. Let's do a heater. All right, cool. Feeling good. Feeling good. So that'll be 20 people right there, and that gives us 7 more. Let's put people in the public house here. We could put workers in research. It'll just be lower performance here. I mean, for now, right? They're just standing around. Okay, do we have engineers currently? Yes, we do. Let's just take them all out. Let's max the engineers in our healing locations. And then let's pop our workers in there. Okay. So we'll swap them out when all that stuff is done. being constructed. Multiple problems. Resource of storage not specified. Street is not connected to the generator. Okay, we have a little bit right there still to go. So we actually, heaters work for 100% of the workplaces, 0% of the residential buildings. Gotcha. We have a few sick. Glad I redistributed our engineers. Wasn't even paying attention to people who were sick. Did we do both? Oh, we did for the healthcare installation. Sweet. How close are we to actually researching everything? Oh, I completely ignored the saw thing. A little far from that. We're becoming the new home. That's right. Alright, let's check out our trapper's cabin. Ooh, food rations. The cabin is sturdy and shielded from the prevailing winds by the rock. Let's explore. Oh, someone's home. A cozy refuge. A cast iron stove stands beside a desk and a sturdy chair. 2 books lie on the desk. On the Origin of Species by Means of Natural Selection or the Preservation of Favored Races in the Struggle for Life by Charles Darwin. And Voyage au Centre de la Terre, a novel by Jules Verne. There's also a crate of canned food here. Dude, I think you've got this on lockdown. I think you could actually do the options if you really pushed yourself to. I'm impressed. Thank you. I would really like to do the options now. Okay. These are good books. We'll read them someday, but for now, let's take the food. Alright, cool. Got some food. Alright. Let's do... I don't know why. I always feel encouraged to kind of move my head, even though it does nothing for me. Alright, let's go to the icy plateau. It's sort of on the way home. It's more or less on the way home.